Hello everyone, Jumbo. I'm Deborah the Storyteller with Word of Mouth Stories, and welcome to Elephant in the Room. Today we'll discover Fables by one of the most well-known storytellers of all time, Aesop. So, who is Aesop and what is a fable? A-E-S-O-P. Aesop is by tradition a Greek slave who lived between 620 and 560 BC. Now some believe he was of African descent, but lived in a place called Landum in South Greece near northern Africa. Now there's no mention of his stories until 100 years after his life, and he never wrote or recorded any of his stories. He told them orally by word of mouth. And centuries later, his stories have been translated into many, many languages. What is a fable? A fable is a short fictional tale. That means make-believe. The characters are usually animals whose voices and actions reflect human behavior. And sometimes the characters are inanimate objects like a tree. Fables teach us lessons that help us learn and grow. Things that make you go, Okay, boys and girls, here we go. It's story time, and we've all got a story to tell. Story time, all around the nation, all around the world. Stories are about boys and girls, men and women, me and you. We can create some stories too. Story time, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain. You've got a fable to tell everybody. Fable time, fable time, fable time, fable time. His story, her story, my story, your story. Fable time, fable time, fable. Literacy is fun. Stories are all around us. In the books we read, the programs we watch, the songs we sing, the movies we enjoy. Stories are linked to everything we do. Now, let's enjoy a few of Aesop's fables. Sometimes in order to win, you have to compromise and strategize. This is the story of the oak and the reeds. An oak tree grew by the side of the river. It was big and so proud of its size and strength. "I am the biggest of all the trees. No one can bother me," said the oak. Also there by the side of the river, quite near the oak, was a clump of reeds. The reeds were shy and quiet and swayed gently in the breeze. One day a fierce wind blew across the town. It roared and howled. It broke branches from trees. It tore roofs from houses, sending them spinning. The oak tree stood against the wind, daring it to do its worst, as it had many times, because it was stronger than the wind. But on this day, the wind was stronger than the oak. It ripped the tree from its roots and sent it crashing to the ground. The stricken oak lay among a clump of reeds, and the reeds continued to sway in the wind. They seemed unbothered by the wind. Well, the oak tree began to sob. "I do not understand. How can someone as frail and slender as you not be angered by the wind?" The reeds looked at the oak, and they whispered to the oak, "You are too stubborn. We reeds are weak and frail, and we bent before the wind and allowed it to pass harmlessly over our heads." The moral of this story is that sometimes in order to survive, you have to give way. And that is the end of that. Boys and girls, how many of you have library cards? Let me see your hands. Good. I see you. Great. Well, library cards are very useful and they're valuable, more valuable than a credit card. You know why? Because with a library card, you can travel anywhere you want to go in the whole universe for free. And you can check out as many books as you like. So ask your parents to take you to your local library and register for your very own card. I've got mine right here. What's in your backpack? Hey guys, I got a song to sing. Will you help me?
Yeah!
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You help me and I help you. Giving back for all we do. Friend and neighbor, sister, brother. One good turn deserves another. You help me, I help you. Giving back for all we do. Sometimes someone who is small is the biggest help of all. Everyone can do their part if they're clever, wise, or smart. Sometimes someone who is small is the biggest help of all. All right! This is the story of a man and his sons. Our vocabulary words are bicker, scoff, united. This story shows us the importance of working together. Once there was a man with 5 grown sons, but instead of living together quietly and calmly, they were always arguing and fighting. Well, finally one day, the man got tired of them bickering. And so he came up with a plan to teach them a lesson and show them how silly they were. So he went out and gathered 5 sticks, all of the same length from the wood pile, and he took the sticks and wrapped them in a bundle. And then he called to his sons, but they were too busy arguing to hear. So he called again, and in the end they came. And when they came together, he said to his eldest son, "Take this bundle of sticks and break it against your knee." Well, the oldest son thought, "I can do that." And he took the bundle, but no matter how hard he tried, even with force, bracing the bundle against his knee, he couldn't do it. "It can be done," he scoffed. Scoff? "Of course it can," said the other brothers, and they began to argue as to which one of the brothers would be responsible for breaking the bundle. Well, eventually they all had a turn. They took the bundle and braced it against their knees, and their knees became red and swollen, but alas, the bundle would not break. Finally, the father said, "Give the bundle here. I will show you what to do." He took the bundle and unwrapped it from the rope. He gave each one of the sons a stick and said, "Here, break the stick in your hands." And each one of the brothers took the stick and broke it. The stick was easily broken. The sticks dropped to the ground and the brothers looked down and then looked at the father. Puzzled and confused, they just shrugged their shoulders. They didn't know what the lesson was. And their father said, "Let me explain. When we work alone, we are weak and we are easily broken. But when we are united with other men, we can never be broken." And the moral of this story is, united we stand, divided we fall. And that is the story of a man and his sons.
I got my library card. How about you?
Jumbo, everybody!
Jumbo!
We are the Woms,
What's a wom?
word of mouth storytellers.
Well, I'm a wom and a wommy, word of mouth youth storyteller. Hi, my name is Victoria, and I'm reading one of Aesop's Fables, Hercules and the Wagoner. A man was driving his horse and wagon along a muddy lane when the wheels of his cart got stuck. The man got down and tried to push the wagon along it. Was no use. The wagon was stuck. The man felt his head and cried in despair. Everything happens to me. Why doesn't someone come and help me? What about the mighty Hercules? He is the strongest man on earth. Where is he now when I need him? Stop moaning and put your own shoulder to wheel. How can you expect others to help you if you do not help yourself? If you show me that you are willing to do your share, I will gladly help you. The moral of the story is, heaven helps those who help themselves.
I got my library card. How about you?
I hope you've enjoyed these stories. Now let's review some other activities you can do at home. Then you can visit the Word of Mouth website for crafts and other resources.